Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how you can make your own mayonnaise really healthy. And if you hear scratching noises like that, that's my dog. And if we could change one thing about this kitchen, it would be the floor, because her toenails are really loud on this floor and she always likes to be where mom is. So if you hear that during this video, that's what's going on. Anyways, this mayonnaise is absolutely fail-proof with just a few things that I'm going to show you and explain to you. And also, if you have never had homemade mayonnaise, you are in for a treat. You'll never go back to store-bought, and really, why would you? Because it's so easy and it's so simple, and it's actually much less expensive. If you're new here on my channel, my name is Anya at Our Gabled Home, and I love sharing all sorts of homesteading techniques and healthy recipes with you. And we're going to make this mayonnaise together. The first ingredient that I really like is avocado oil for homemade mayonnaise. Why would you use avocado oil? Well, because canola oil is really one of those more inflammatory oils, and avocado oil is just such a wonderful oil with a light taste. I don't prefer olive oil for mayonnaise because olive oil has a really strong taste. If you like that, olive oil would be great. A quick little tip here, I have already filled my 3/4 cup that I will need for my mayonnaise in my measuring cup, and it's pretty dark, and I don't know if you can see it against my apron here, but I have actually added just a little bit of olive oil because I think it makes the flavor a bit more interesting. However, you can also substitute sunflower oil, and we had our avocado oil in this big bottle at Costco. If you're looking for some other sources for good avocado oils, I'm going to leave them in the description box below this video so you can find avocado oil online. The next ingredient we need is Dijon mustard, and we need some salt. We need 1 egg, and here is the thing for mayonnaise. You want to be sure that your egg is room temperature. Your mayonnaise will come together and not separate much better if you use all of your ingredients at room temperature. I just pulled this out of the fridge, but at least my egg and my avocado oil are room temperature. And then we need some fresh pressed lemon juice, 1 tablespoon. And I'm going to show you my favorite equipment. I have made mayonnaise various different ways. I have seen people very successfully actually just whisk and doing it by hand, but then you probably need another person to drizzle in the oil. I've done it in the Vitamix, but with this recipe and these measurements, I find that it just splatters too much in my big Vitamix container and it doesn't actually settle down. So I prefer a smaller food processor, and this is a Cuisinart that I have bought online, refurbished some 10 years ago. I use it all the time. It has the perfect size for this amount for this mayonnaise, and the only downside is, and people have commented on it too, that it is kind of loud. So once we get mixing, I will play some music so you don't get this loud noise in your ears. The reason I like this also, not just because it is the perfect size, but the lid has these 2 little holes. And what that does is, once you mix your first ingredients and you drizzle in your oil, it provides the perfect drizzle stream instead of you having to eyeball how fast or how slow you pour your mayonnaise in. And that is really one of the secrets to making fail-proof mayonnaise. The first thing is we crack the egg in here, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, we have our 1 tablespoon fresh lemon juice. We use 2 teaspoons of mustard, actually like to mix it until this is almost foamy and creamy and lighter in color than the egg yolk. And also another note about the egg, as you can see, I like to use the best ingredients I can afford, and that also goes for the egg. I like to use pasture raised free range eggs because the yolk is just so much darker in color and the chickens are so much healthier. So while I like to support welfare of animals, I also think that the taste and the nutritional value is so much more superior to something that comes from a egg battery. But as I always say, buy the best ingredients you can afford. So we'll go ahead and mix this. I'm going to go on the high speed for a bit. This is pretty foamy and creamy and much lighter in color than before. And if you're doing this the way I'm doing it, you'll see the little holes here. One of the holes has a little bit of this mixture clogging it up. You want to make sure that both holes are open, because the air needs to come out. If you're pouring into one hole, the air needs to come out of the other hole. So I'm just gonna poke this in a little bit, tap it a little bit, and make sure the holes are open. With the machine running, you simply drizzle in the oil through the little holes up here, and we're going to go ahead and do that. And here's your finished mayonnaise. It's perfectly stiff. It will actually become a little bit stiffer once you place it in the refrigerator. And I recommend that you put this in the refrigerator and let all the flavors develop, because the mayonnaise will actually taste so much better on the second day than on the day that you make this. So I'm gonna pour it into a pretty jar. And here's your finished mayonnaise. As you can see, it is perfectly creamy and firm. And again, once I put it in the refrigerator for 12-24 hours, it'll be even stiffer and firmer. And it's the perfect accompaniment for your sandwiches, or you can have it with your French fries, or with a nice German potato salad recipe that I'm linking up here. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And I have more recipes in this playlist up here. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.